It was about 3 days after my stroke. And the only thing that I had for nourishment in those 3 days was an IV. So all I got was sugar and water. So when I got to the rehab center, I was famished, not just hungry. I needed sustenance to rebuild. I had had a stroke. And a wonderful young candy striper came into my room with a beautiful menu. And it was and she said, look, pick out whatever you want, call downstairs, and they'll fix your supper. I couldn't believe. I was starting to salivate like one of Pavlov's poodles, just at the pictures. And I decided finally I knew what I wanted. So I followed the directions. I picked up the phone and called. And I said to the person who answered, first of all, he said to me, good afternoon, Mr. Premo, what would you like for dinner tonight? I said, boy, this guy sounds like a pretty good hotel. And I said, I would like, and I hear him say, what? Okay, this guy's a little slow. So I'm going to have to be gentle with my speech, slowly. I would like watwa, tofu, or chukwaka. Click, he hung up on me. I'm sitting here in a neurological rehab center, and I'm going to starve to death because nobody can understand what I'm saying. Fortunately, my gracious nurse came in to help me. And she and I had the same kind of back and forth. I would say something, and she said, oh, I don't know what you're saying. So I held up the menu and pointed at things. And she said, no, you can't have that. No, you can't eat that. What do you mean? You can't eat that? I got frustrated. But she said, look, when you come in here with a stroke, one of the things that we're concerned about is that you're going to choke. And frankly, we don't want to deal with some shyster who is representing your widow because you ate something that you shouldn't have. So she ordered me a soft dinner meal. And it came up in a nice cover, and there's a hole in the cover, and I could get the aromas. This is food. But I just couldn't stand it anymore, so I lifted it up. This is cat food. Now, I've never eaten cat food, but look at this. It's pureed mystery meat with bottled gravy on it. And this is what I'm supposed to eat, and I don't know what they did to the peas. But I knew that after 3 days, I could get checked by the neurologist. And she came in with a package of crackers, same kind you would pick up in one of the convenience stores. And she says, if you can eat these and not take a drink, I'll clear you for regular food. Well, give me that. Fortunately, she made me spit out the cellophane because I would have eaten it. And true to form, she was right. She then cleared me to eat regular food. Not that it was a great improvement. It was still mush, but at least it was identifiable mush. I could tell which was the meat and which was the squash, I think. I was thinking of all of this a while after I had gotten out of the rehab. And I was reading an article in Atlantic Monthly about a gentleman in Japan who wanted to capitalize and serve his aging audience by getting them soft food they could eat with dignity. Not just taking the salmon and making patties out of it. This was an automated process. He made steaks and then formed them, and he held them together with glaze, and he even put food coloring on it so that it looked like it had grill marks. And people would be able to eat with dignity. You know, you can sit down with family and friends and eat that, and they don't know that you're eating soft food. We're not the only, is not the only country with an aging population. We have an aging population. And in fact, when I get old enough, maybe I'll be one of them. And I want to take the opportunity to both serve and make a couple of bucks off our aging population by duplicating what he's doing in Japan. And I'm going to give you, since you are the Aphasia community, the opportunity to get into this on the ground floor. Now, I'm not going to promise you that we're going to make so much money that you will be able to retire absolutely in opulence in a estate on the shore. But I will promise you this, we'll make enough money so that you and I will not be on 60 Minutes as one of the people who are destitute and forced to eat cat food. Let's leave the cat food to the cats.
All right.